हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, हाउ आर यू? देखिए बेटा, आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस क्लासिफिकेशन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ इंटरपार्टिकल फोर्सेस. I discussed already about ionic crystals and covalent solids. If any one of you have any doubt, then you can contact me or call me. Okay. Now I am going to discuss about the molecular solids. Very important one. So as usual, जैसे आपको पहले बताया, what are molecular solids? So from the name it is clear molecular solids are those in which constituent particles are molecules. Constituent particles, that is the particles by which a particular solid is made up of. Constituent particles are molecules and held together by molecular force of interactions. Molecular force of interactions are usually maybe dipole-dipole bonds, maybe dipole-induced dipole bond, maybe van der Waals forces, maybe London dispersion forces, or maybe hydrogen bonding. So look at on the board. These solids in which constituent particles are molecules, बेटा ऐसे solids जिसमें constituent particles molecules हो, जैसे आपने पढ़ा था ionic solids are those in which constituent particles are ions, covalent solids are those in which constituent particles are non-metal atoms. So similarly here constituent particles are molecules and held together by molecular forces of attractions. Okay, just like in ionic crystals, constituent ions are held together by Coulombic force of attractions. In the covalent solids, constituent particles are held together by covalent bonds. Constituent particles like this, these are the constituent particles, and this is the attraction force between these two joined together. It may be covalent bond, then these are covalent solids. If this is the ionic bond, then these are ionic solids. But if these are the molecules like hydrogen, like iodine, you know iodine is a solid. Suppose this is the iodine one molecule, this is iodine another molecule, and held together by molecular force of interactions. These molecular force of interactions may be van der Waals forces, may be London forces. वैसे van der Waals forces and London dispersion forces both are same thing. Van der Waals force collectively called for dipole-dipole, dipole-induced dipole, and London dispersion forces. These are the momentary dipoles and hydrogen bonding. So look at on examples. Dry ice, you know, solid carbon dioxide, ice, water, iodine solid, phosphorus solids, HF solids, ammonia solid, naphthalene balls, organic compounds. Most of organic compounds, if these are in solid state, are molecular solids. Naphthalene, camphor, these are solids. And remember another thing, if we talk about molecular solids, most of molecular solids have general characteristics. These are not hard like ionic crystals or covalent crystals. These have not very high melting point like ionic crystals and covalent crystals. So their properties are quite different. These may be diffusible. Under ordinary conditions, most of molecular solids either are liquids or gases or volatile solids. Under ordinary conditions, most of molecular solids have melting point nearly at room temperature. So most of molecular solids have characteristics like these are soft, low melting point, volatile means have tendency to form vapors. Either these are liquids or gases at room temperature or have low melting point. Low melting point solids, these are bad conductor of electricity and heat, low heat of fusion, इनको heat melt करने के लिए ज़्यादा heat की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Low lattice enthalpy, can be easily breaked. Under ordinary conditions, these are diffusible, compressible. That means basically either these are liquids or gases. But on supercooling, on annealing, these can be converted into the solids. But what type of solids? Maybe volatile solid. So molecular solids have basically weaker interaction forces. Molecular solids on the basis of type of intermolecular forces, type of interaction forces, can be further classified as polar molecular solids. Polar molecular solids, basically polar word, it means constituent particles are polar molecules. These are constituent particles are polar molecules like HCl, SO2. Polar means their particles, constituent particles have charge on their atoms, have some dipole moment, have polarity, held together by dipole-dipole, ion dipole, or some polar interaction forces. Non-polar solids, these are those in which constituent particles are non-polar molecules like hydrogen, iodine. Non-polar means non-polar बेटा उनको कहते हैं जिनके constituent particles पे कोई भी charge ना हो. Then like this is the non-polar molecule. Polar उसको कहते हैं जिसके constituent particles पे कुछ partial charge हो like HCl. इसमें लंडन डिस्पर्शन फोर्सेस होंगे, इसमें डाइपोल डाइपोल इंटरेक्शन फोर्सेस होंगे. जब पोलर सॉलिड होगा जब सॉलिड फॉर्म में होगा, और जब ये सॉलिड फॉर्म में होगा तो इसे नॉन पोलर सॉलिड कहेंगे. हेल्ड टुगेदर बाय लंडन डिस्पर्शन फोर्सेस. इसमें बेटा एक थर्ड कैटेगरी है हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डेड सॉलिड्स. दीज आर सम सॉलिड्स इन व्हिच constituent particles held together by hydrogen bonding. आपने प्लस में पढ़ रखी है हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग. These are weak interaction forces generally takes place between hydrogen and most electronegative atoms, fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen. When these species come close together, then interact through by weak interaction forces. These weak interaction forces known as hydrogen bonding. So when in the solid, constituent particles are the polar molecules which can interact through by hydrogen bonding. For example, ice. Do you know ice? What happens in ice? You know, water molecules as a constituent particles held together by hydrogen bonding in all possible directions and form crystalline solid as ice. HF सॉलिड, अमोनिया सॉलिड, इसमें जरूरी है कि हाइड्रोजन इन तीन एटम के साथ कहीं ना कहीं वीक बॉन्ड से लिंकेड हो. वीक इंट्रैक्शन मॉलिक्यूलर फोर्सेस और हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड्स. सो बेटा ये मॉलिक्यूलर सॉलिड्स हैं. जनरली क्वेश्चन आएगा व्हाट आर मॉलिक्यूलर सॉलिड्स. क्या दीजिए दो सॉलिड्स इन व्हिच कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट पार्टिकल्स आर मॉलिक्यूल्स एंड हेल्ड टुगेदर बाय वीक मॉलिक्यूलर फोर्सेस. दीज आर सम एग्जांपल्स. क्लासिफाई polar molecular solids in which polar constituent particles held together by polar covalent bonds. Non-polar solids constituent particles are non-polar, that means have no charge like hydrogen, iodine, bromine, phosphorus, and held together by London dispersion forces, van der Waals forces, or the forces having no charge. Hydrogen bonding solids are those in which polar molecules held together. These are the type of polar molecules, but interaction forces are especially hydrogen bonding. Okay, and what are the general characteristics of all these solids? You can say most of molecular solids, if we talk about iodine, naphthalene, camphor, ice, dry ice, either these are liquids or gases or volatile solids at room temperature. Their melting point is low. Most of them are soft, maybe compressible, maybe diffusible, bad conductor of electricity, low heat of fusion, low lattice enthalpy. These are not the characteristics of solids, but on cooling, under annealing or some circumstances, if these are solids, then these can be said to be molecular solids. Okay, so this is all about molecular solids. What are molecular solids? Classify with example and what are the general characteristics. Okay, now the last classification about this type of solids is the metallic solids. What are metallic solids? Metallic solids. Metallic solids. Very simple definition. Metallic solids are those in which constituent particles, you know constituent particles by which any solid is made up of. Constituent particles are metallic atoms and held together by metallic bonds. इनमें metallic bonds होंगे just like iron, gold, silver, copper, okay, chromium, manganese, cesium, barium, magnesium. All these are metals and these have definite symmetry. These have metallic bonds. बेटा आप जानते हो कि जो metals होते हैं, metals में kernels and free electrons होते हैं. कर्नल एंड फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स। बेसिकली अगर हम किसी भी मेटल की बात करें तो मेटल में न्यूक्लियस के बाद जो उसके आउटर मोस्ट ये ऑर्बिट्स होते हैं, अगर आप किसी मेटल के आउटर मोस्ट ऑर्बिट के इलेक्ट्रॉन रिमूव कर दो तो रिमेनिंग जो पॉजिटिव चार्ज पोर्शन बचता है उसे कर्नल बोलते हैं। व्हाट इज कर्नल? कर्नल इज द पॉजिटिवली चार्ज part of metal left after losing covalence electrons। जैसे सोडियम है बेटा, न्यूक्लियस, इसके बाद 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, इसके बाद 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और इसके आउटर मोस्ट में 1 इलेक्ट्रॉन। इफ वी टॉक अबाउट सोडियम 2 8 1 and if we lose 1 electron, then 1 electron lose होने के बाद जो बचेगा वो kernel कहलाता है। Mostly metals have kernel and their free electrons, you know, in metals there are the sea of free or mobile electrons, and the metallic bond basically is the interaction forces between the kernels and these free electrons। आप जानते हो बेटा कि metals में ये जो फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होते हैं, these are the sea of mobile electrons। These electrons are responsible for the conduction of electricity throughout the solid। What are metallic bonds? Held together by metallic bonds। Metallic bond means attraction force between kernel and free electrons। तो बेटा जो मेटालिक सॉलिड्स होंगे जितने आपने लिख रखे हैं उनके फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और कर्नल इज द पॉजिटिव चार्ज पोर्शन formed after the losing all valence electrons। Kernel and free electrons interact together by the force that is called metallic bonds। These are the metallic solids। And what are their characteristics? Characteristics of metallic solids are similar to the characteristics of metals। That means these are hard, some metals are soft, these are hard, rigid, very good conductor of electricity due to presence of free electrons, very good conductor of heat, have sharp melting point, symmetrical, definite geometry, that is the arrangement of the metal atoms and throughout the metal is the definite pattern, okay, and the general characteristics of crystalline solid followed by the metallic solids। So if you have to ask to write the general characteristics, you can say these are hard, rigid, usually some metals are soft also, these have high density। आपको पता है हाईएस्ट डेंसिटी मेटल्स की होती है इरिडियम, ओके, मेल्टिंग पॉइंट टंगस्टन, sharp melting point, these are ductile, malleable, lustrous, ये metallic characteristics, good conductor of electricity, good conductor of electricity and heat, okay। Why these are very good conductor of electricity? Due to presence of these free electrons। metallic bonds होते हैं बेटा। So this is all about metallic solids and molecular solids। Please watch this video very carefully and find out the answers of the questions। Like if you have to ask a subjective question, what are the characteristics of molecular solids, metallic solids, what are molecular solids, type of molecular solids, examples of molecular solids, examples of metallic solids, what are the kernels, what are the metallic bonds, you can compare a lot of questions, okay। So watch this video and find out the answers based on NCERT, competition as well as subjective level, okay। Thank you, thanks a lot।